Well, good evening folks, just hopefully a quick video. We're back in Norway, Bergen FLEISLAND airport again. This is the RDPresets version I looked at just a few days ago. To tell you they've released version 1.1, it's just an update. Quick run through what they've done. Animated jetways now on the new terminal, animated tram in the new terminal, animated jetways in the old terminal, so animated helicopter, animated AC on some buildings, I presume that's air conditioning unit, and parallax on buildings. They've also they've changed the runway slope, they've removed the cruise ships, which is a real pity because I like them, and the jetway colours are of the old terminal now. So those are the fixes. What I want to do is obviously test the jetway. What I have discovered is this. So I've just spawned this aircraft onto stand 19 directly from the menu, and you can see the aircraft spawned slightly out of position. Now this isn't too bad, this jetway will probably fit, but I think the door is going to swing outside the jetway. We'll test it in a minute. I've also tested this on the other terminal, stand 2-3, and with the same result. So when you guys spawn your aircraft on stand, you may need to slew it slightly in order to make it connect with the jetway. You can actually do this with a tug, and I'll do that now. So now we'll just pull the aircraft back ever so slightly. Now all being well, that should connect. So let's have a look. So we're in position, let's try the jetway. Okay, that's not too bad. It looks a little low. So as you can see, the jetway still doesn't quite fit. It's a little bit low, and also the aircraft still isn't in quite the same position. It's really tough because there are no ground markings. So you guys are going to have to be very careful about where you position the aircraft. If you spawn onto stand, you're going to need to play about with the tug just to get it lined up if you want to start with jetway connected. And when you pull in after landing, again, you're going to have to do this to make sure that the aircraft is properly lined up. But as you can see here, it's not actually high enough. It's a bit low, but it's an improvement. Its jetways are working, and as I said, these things happen on all the other stands as well. I've tested them. So a quick retract of the jetway. There, you can see now the door comes right through the side of it. But it's an improvement. It's not perfect, but it's an improvement. Maybe version 1.01, version 1.11 will improve this. So the other thing was an animated train. So here we are on the train station, which has been improved slightly. There's the train, and you've got a couple of sort of ad hoc seats there. They don't look too good, but it's improvement on what was there before. So we've got a train on both sides now, and let's see if she moves. There she goes. Overhead wires are missing, unfortunately. And of course, there you go, the other thing that's missing is a tunnel. And here comes the other one outside. So very nice animation. RDPresets, thank you very much. You've done a nice little job here. I hesitate to ask for improvements because you have improved it, but it's still not quite there for me. You've got the overhead rail there, the electricity rail, but you've got no cables, and you've also got no tunnel for them to come in or out of. Now I appreciate that at the moment the simulation has a bit of trouble doing tunnels, but it would be nice even if you did a photograph, a high resolution photograph at either end, here and here and at the other end here, so that you can see this coming out of a tunnel, and maybe some wires on the top so you can see it connected. That would make it a lot more realistic. But I will say thank you very much for the improvement, and that's great. And finally there comes the other one. And the other thing they had there was an animated helicopter. So what they've done is they've animated the rotors on this particular helicopter. And if I'm not wrong, they've textured that a lot better. It looks a lot dirtier, if I can say that. But yeah, not bad at all. As I say, slight improvement that it obviously didn't take them very long to do, and it has made a difference. And the other thing they've done, of course, is they've added parallax on the buildings, and here you can see a huge improvement to this hotel here, which looks wonderful after dark. It looks really good. And according to the update notes, they've done this on most, if not all, of the buildings, which would be a big improvement. So the only other thing they've done is they've removed the cruise ships. There was a big one here, and I believe there was one down here as well, which is a pity because I kind of like them. Not sure if Bergen gets visits from cruise liners, but it would have been nice to see them. So there you go, folks. Update to RDPresets Bergen FLEISLAND Airport, updated to version 1.1. Animated jetways now on both terminals. Animated tram, an animated helicopter, which you can just see down there below us, and parallax on all the buildings, and some air conditioning units on some of the buildings are working. They've changed the runway slope, they've removed the cruise ships, and the jetway colours of the old terminal. So those are all the fixes in version 1.1. Just at the end, I'd like to say thank you, RDPresets, for making the update. It shows you care about the scenery and what people think. My last sort of question, my last ask would be to just develop that tram a little bit more. It does look weird going into the wall. It'd be nice to see some kind of high resolution photograph of a tunnel at all four ends, and maybe a couple of wires just to make it look more realistic. But apart from that, it's great. It's nice to have the animated helicopter. The jetways, it's nice to have them animated. They look a bit low, but I don't know if that's anything you can do anything about. And it might be a mismatch with the scenery, because obviously I spawned my aircraft onto the stand and it ended up being in the wrong position, and this happens at all of the jetways. But no, it's still a fantastic scenery. Got no problem at all recommending it as the best payware. Obviously there's good freeware out there, but this, if you want the best, this is it. So there you go, just a quick update. Thank you very much for watching. I'll post this video as quick as I can. This is Lee, Virtual Airline Pilot, saying I'll see you soon in the next video. Bye bye now. Take care.